Hello everybody, welcome back to another weekly melting basket, or not weekly, but melting basket and empties video. Let's just go ahead and jump into it and get started with my empties. I'm gonna go in order of how I have them on my notes on my phone. So first and foremost, from Birdie's Making Sense, I had the cutest little shark shape. This was in Sharksational, which was blue sugar, sweet bakery dough, and birthday cake. I initially purchased this just because I didn't even look at the scent notes. I just love sharks, so I was like, I need to get this. But I actually really did like this. It had about a medium throw. Typically with Birdie's, what I have noticed is that because her wax is so soft, the throw is really, really good for the first couple of hours, and then it really does dissipate once all of the oil has come out. But this had a really nice medium throw. It was very heavy on the blue sugar. I didn't smell too much of the bakery dough or the birthday cake, but I really like blue sugar, so I was not mad about it at all. Definitely did enjoy this one. And then the other item that I had from Birdie's was a sample. This is in Brittany Nicole, which was a blend of Love Spell, peppermint, and cotton candy, which is such a wild combination in my opinion. I'm sure maybe not to everybody else, but it actually blended very nicely together. It also had a really good throw, and it was very heavy on the peppermint. I felt as though the cotton candy really just got left behind. I could sort of smell the Love Spell, but peppermint was definitely the predominant note in this. I don't think I would purchase that, but it was okay. I actually didn't make a note on this one because I finally finished my loaf from L3. This was in sea salt caramel pretzel toffee. I felt like I was melting this for almost a month. It was just I was so over it. Initial thoughts now that I'm past the melting phase and being over it, it was a good loaf. It was very nice, very bakery heavy, very heavy on the pretzel and the toffee. I felt as though the sea salt caramel, I'm assuming it's sea salt caramel, not sea salt and caramel, was a very background note, but it was very nice. I don't think I would purchase again solely based on the fact that after so long this scent annoyed me, but eventually after a couple of years, maybe I'll repurchase, just not in a loaf, because it was too much. Next, I had 2-pack fluted tarts in Cookie Therapy. Cookie Therapy is one of my all-time favorite scents from L3. I will 10 out of 10 purchase this again. It smells just to me, it just smells like a very, not sweet necessarily, but a very classic bakery scent. If you walked into a bakery and you smelled some chocolate chip cookies baking, and they had sugar cookies laid out in front of the cash register, this just smells so good. I will always purchase this. I would get multiple loaves of this. One of my favorites from L3. I also had a sample in Cherry Almond Cubby Cake. This actually had little to no throw, which I felt was a little bit surprising because to me, almond is such a heavy hitter. So this had little to no throw. I attribute it to the scent size because yes, this is a sample, and typically the sample sizes from L3 are totally fine, but it was two very tiny shapes if you watched my last melting basket, and I just don't feel like they really through, so I have no idea what that scent honestly smells like. Then from That Smell Good shop, I had a customer blend of caramel macchiato, fresh coffee, fresh baked bread. 10 out of 10, amazing throw, super bakery. The caramel macchiato blended so well with the bread. I felt like the caramel and the bread really created such a wonderful bakery note, mixing in a little bit of coffee. It was just really, really good. So I don't know what my camera is doing. It doesn't normally track like this. I'm gonna have to figure that out, but if this video has been wild, I apologize. But this was great. I would definitely repurchase that. I really enjoyed that. From Fantasy Wax Melts, I have Boo to You, which is blackberry, bubbly, and plum. This is blackberry fizz. I always forget how much I love this scent. This had such a great throw, and I just love the mixture of blackberry and fizzy pop. It's so good. It's just so good. It makes me want to bring this scent back again. I brought it back once before, and I plan on bringing that back again because that was absolutely amazing. Another scent that I need to bring back is Harvest. This is Cinnamon Bark Clove and Musk. This is one of the first fall scents we ever did. And this was back when I was fresh into making wax melts, so I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do. And I feel this was such a heavy hitter, and it was so good for one of our first fall scents. If you ever got Harvest, please let me know, and let me know if you enjoyed it, because I want to bring this back as well in the fall. This was incredible. I just love fall so much. From Pink Farmhouse, I had Cindy Lou Who, which says scented white chocolate, cocoa, milk chocolate, crushed candy cane, peppermint leaf, and vanilla bean. This smelled, it had a really good throw, but it was very different on warm than it was on cold. On cold, it smelled to me like amazing. It smelled like Swiss Miss hot chocolate with peppermint marshmallows. Like, it was so good. It smelled amazing. But to me, on warm, it was all chocolate with like a tiny hint of peppermint, which is so strange because like I'm smelling it right now and all I smell is peppermint. So a little bit disappointed in that one, to be quite honest. From Pink Farmhouse, again, I had Pooh Bear. I have no idea what the scent notes are. It had a very low throw. So because of that, I'm still unsure on what this scent was. Like, on cold, it smells floral. On warm, it smelled like a little bakery. I don't know. It could have been anything, honestly. From Villainous Wax, I had Secret Gift, which is Lush Jungles, Coconut Milk, and Mixed Berries. This had a really great throw. I've never had a Villainous Wax smell that has had a bad throw. This had a really good throw. But I did end up turning this one off. I've said it before, but Villainous Wax does do like outdoorsy, earthy smells really well for me. Like, I usually really like don't mind them, and I'm not an earthy person whatsoever. This one was the exception. I really couldn't do it. It just smelled like the outdoors. Even Brian was like, what is that? Because it was rough. And then lastly, from Nerdy Wax Company, we have Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, which is rosewater and musk. This had a medium throw. I even said in the last video that it smelled like bath water. It smelled like bath water. It literally, rosewater and musk, bath water, bath water. And then lastly, I had the Graveyard, which is birthday cake, cedar woods, and vanilla bean. This also had a medium throw, super vanilla based, which kind of makes sense now that I'm reading the scent notes. Birthday cake, vanilla bean. So it was just very vanilla, very bland. I kind of wish I would have cut this one up and like mixed it with something. So that is it for the empties. Here's my pretty dirty basket, to be quite honest, but we're gonna fill it up lightly. I ended up pulling half of what I normally pull because we are going to be going on vacation this next week, and I don't want to like fall off my schedule of melting basket stuff, so I pulled half. So this is going to be a smaller basket. So this is dirty, so I apologize, but rolling over, I do have my scoop from L3. This is in blue sugar, zucchini bread, warm vanilla sugar. I have been using this. I'll give you my full thoughts on scoops and this scent obviously when it's done, but I have some thoughts. They're not bad, not bad. But then, like I said, I pulled half, so there's really nothing here. I have a puppy pack from L3. This is in blackberry, fluffy towels, and salty sea air, which is actually kind of perfect for the summer. I don't smell any fluffy towels. Or maybe I do. I don't know. I was gonna say I don't think I smell fluffy towels, but like, I almost feel like maybe I do. I don't know. I feel like I smelled the blackberry and the salty sea air. I don't know. I think this is going to really transform on warm though, and I'm very excited to see that transformation. From Nerdy Wax Company, I have a clam here in Regions Beyond. This is pumpkin spice pie crust and vanilla whipped topping. I hate these clams just because I'm weak. Oh, there was a little cute Madame Leota, but I'll just throw that away because I don't really care. Wait. Oh no. It smells a little plasticky. I hope it's not the clam. I hope this transforms on warm because I feel like pumpkin spice is going to be really good. I have a bunch of shot cups. I have Villainous Wax here. This is Off With Her Head, which is red rosebuds and vanilla bean. Did I purchase this? Because red rosebuds and vanilla bean does not sound like my jam, but I have it. It smells okay. I don't know. We'll see. From Villainous as well, I have another It's a Mystery. I don't know if this is my last one or not. I had a few of these. This could be floral and ozone. Very pretty. Smells really good. I liked all of the It's a Mysteries, honestly. I felt like they were all pretty good. From Fantasy Wax, I have Carrot Patch, Carrot Zest, Cinnamon, and Vanilla. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. The carrot and the cinnamon really come out in this, so I'm really excited. From Pink Farmhouse, I have a No Name. I have no clue what this is. It's got some unicorns on top though. Kind of smells like butterscotch maybe. Caramel. we'll see. And then lastly, I have a sample. I decided to throw in like a little freebie or something small in every basket. So I have a cute little, not cute, it's not cute at all. It's a freaking regional rate 8 box A that sits up top, but it's got all my freebies in it, so it's cute. But this is one of the ones that Andrea sampled to me. This is from Kay's Scented Melts. This will be the first time I melt from Kay's, so I'm very excited. This is a blend of zucchini bread, sugar cookie royale, and cinnamon roll. That sounds right up my alley, honestly. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty bomb. I'm probably gonna use one of these at a time because like I want to savor that. So here she is, my dirty baby basket. She's little, she's tiny, but she'll get me through for the next, I mean, I only have like tomorrow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of melting before we go on vacation. So like I'm gonna come back and need a basket, which is perfect. So I hope you guys enjoyed this melting basket and empties video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next one. All right, bye guys.